on, Rangers! Come on, Rangers!
The whole game.
Every town has its ups and downs. Sometimes ups outnumber the downs, but not in Nottingham. At least until this season. Just a few hundred yards away from their Premier League neighbours across the River Trent, Notts County are living it up in the National League. And this is a club that has experienced its fair share of downs. Like many of the clubs that we visited this year, County's tale is one of struggle and mismanagement. Be it the brief tenure of Sven-Göran Eriksson, or the even briefer stay of Sol Campbell, a convicted fraudster, or indeed Alan Hardy's photo roll, County's loyal following has put up with more than the average fan should have to endure. And right now they're getting their reward at a club that's so old it predates the Football Association itself. And if you rightly dismiss Crystal Palace fans' inane, embarrassing and utterly fraudulent claim about being the oldest club in the world, you must accept that Notts County truly are. It took 157 years for County to fall out of the Football League, and now, 4 years later, they're battling with Wrexham to get back into it. But with the Hollywood project going so well, there's a very good chance that County, despite playing some of the best football that the non-league pyramid has ever seen, will have to fight through the playoffs to get there. Dorking, meanwhile, are travelling up to face a side that they've already beaten once this season, back when the summer sun was still hanging around and Bunch of Amateurs was on its own stag do, much to Mark's chagrin. That 3-1 win at Meadowbank was the first of just 2 defeats inflicted upon County all season. So Dorking know as well as any team that a game plan can be formed to defeat County in a match that's being broadcast live on BT Sports, who even have a camera in the dressing room, although we assume they won't be letting Mark's pros go out live on the air.
There's extra room there, boys. You're tight. Look, you can work out what's going on. Look, play on the other side of the fucking pitch. Right, so we know the plan anyway. Don't be the one responsible for getting a fine margin wrong. No, don't go long down if we've got an overload. Do you know what I mean? Like, don't press the wrong centre half. Don't get the fine margins wrong. We've planned for it. We know what we're doing. We're going to try and keep the ball off this lot. Yeah? 100%. Message number 1. When you get a chance today to put it in the box, you're going to do that. Okay? So wide areas. I'm not on about from here. These areas, box, throw, box, corners, on the academy keeper they're playing. When you get opportunities to put it in the box and test them defensively, you make sure you do. Understand? Rule number 1. So there's only 2 things happening today. One is we're going to keep the ball off them. And if we ain't got the ball, we'll be putting the ball on them. And we're going to try and out-physical them in their last third with the 2 lads up front. In terms of them, it'll either be the 2 10s we spoke about, 3-4-1-2, or it'll be a 3-5-2. It does change how we do things, but the bit that don't change all day is this. Remember this? Forwards. I don't want him touching it. I don't want him touching it. Right? Static. Right? Not static. He can touch it. They can never touch it. Nor can those 2. Playing out as well, Dan, Tony, think Boreham Wood, Wrexham as well. Like, we're in no hurry. Just fucking keep passing home. But away from home, 90 minutes to win the game, right? Get the crowd on their back. They'll be fucking 5 points behind us, ain't under the cost time we play. Just fucking, go back to Dan. Dan, put your foot in it. Get some width. Cookie, Isaac. Yeah, if you don't fancy it, go back to Tone. Like we did at Boreham Wood and that, just keep the fucking ball. And then the other bit is just being really compact. It's not about, all this matters like taking touch of ball, just keeping the ball, use 2 in midfield. We're having good spells. Like Wrexham, we had a great start to the game. Right, and we just got too excited, over-pressing, trying to break into unnatural areas. Just be really compact, because we've got a great shape, we know what we're doing. We've got the 2nd highest possession in the whole division behind this lot. That ain't fucking bad for a team with as many fucking troubles as we've had, mate. The plan is fucking simple, really simple. We'll have our moments, yeah? And I'm saying play at the back, overplay. Don't take that to the nth degree. Obviously, if you can see Jason dropping in the 10 spot and you go on, Jace, bang, and we're going to play, set Josh Taylor, set fucking Bobby, off we go, of course. But what I'm saying is, faced with I'm going to go direct, not a lot's happening, or it's closed off, or spinning round going, all right, Dan Lincoln, you go, just go back. Yeah? All right, boys. Simple plan today. That's it. If you're just playing like many other teams in this league, you'd be talking about winning the first ball, winning the second ball, winning the battle. You have to hope that's a given today. But against these, the way they play, you can be unpicked. It's a bit basic. It's like playing ourselves, really, in our heyday, in terms of us playing a particular pattern that the rest of the team struggle to deal with. And we've had many, certainly in the last 5 seasons, many seasons like that. So you know that what it's like to be like up against that. So you need to make sure that you are disciplined in your approach. So them understanding what to do and what not to do is key. We need to get on with this, you know what I mean? We haven't got time to sightsee as much as we wanted to. You know, normally we have a night out in Nottingham tonight, probably. That would be normal rule of thumb. There's been no conversation about that. You know, sort of 10, 11 games to go as being professionals we can be, do you know what I mean? And yeah, I think all of us are just getting on with it, do you know what I mean?
You don't say no to any camera crews, and I find that interesting. BT have got a camera in there, you've barely even registered the fact that it's there. They've got a mic next to you, your team talk's going on. Like, what is your logic behind saying yes to them, to me, to Wrexham?
Well, I just don't really give a fuck. I just like the fact that we're sort of the team that people can get close to, do you know what I mean? Like, you know, that's what we do, mate. Football's full of wankers that think they know everything, but you know, it's all behind closed doors, it's all cloak and dagger. What you see with us is what you get. Do you know what I mean? More people that see it, more people get it. That's how it is. Kicking off at 5:20, you look at the other results. I'll be straight with you. I'm looking at other results thinking, well, it'd be nice if these teams got beat before we started today. That then means you're sort of, you know, playing for a 3-1, do you know what I mean? So that'd be nice. It's all competitive thoughts, really. Nothing else at all, definitely not.
I'm a Notts fan who's been a Notts fan since I was probably 4 years old. My dad bringing us down.
I work for Nottingham City Transport, bus driver, and I've got 2 boys. Couldn't afford to take them to Forest, so I brought them here and we sat there, and this chap says, why don't you sign them up for the family magpies, £10 each for the season.
A lot of our family were Forest supporters, so I don't know why my dad brought me down, but we played Hartlepool in April 1966, and the love affair started from that moment.
I didn't really think about it at the beginning of the season, but once we started to move on, I thought, yeah, this is it, this year.
Well, considering how we're playing and how we're performing, it's just frustrating with that, but that's football at the end of the day.
I was hoping we could take it to the next level, and I think the new manager has done that, but at the end of the day, we possibly still will not get out of this division.
The 2 of us together this year, we should have had those 2 automatic promotions. We should have been battling for league champions.
I think you get what you deserve.
It's going to be a good fight to the end.
I think they've pushed us and we've pushed them for the most of the season, so.
I wouldn't say frustrated, but it will be typical Notts if we get over 100 points and still manage to not go up.
I'm frustrated because I watched the first half on BT Sport before I came out and saw that goal. Keeper gets it and it's knocked out of his hand and the goal stands.
I've never seen Notts win a playoff final.
No, it doesn't. I'm not excited or scared. I just love football.
With so many of you watching on TikTok, we're beginning to get stopped on match days now. Well, Mark is. Nobody seems to care about the narrator.
What's his name?
Will.
Yeah. Why is he not here? Is he a county fan?
No.
Who do you support?
He's a Northampton. He's on loudspeaker.
Is he?
Yeah, he's a Northampton.
Will, where the fuck are you?
No way.
Where the fuck are you, Will? Do you know what I mean? You want to meet me? You got to come down here and see me, mate. You good, yeah?
I do. Mate, you're Mark. What a guy.
Cheers, Will, mate. You're a Northampton fan, yeah?
Hey, mate.
He's a Chelsea fan.
Oh, Chelsea fan, yeah? I'm going to give you back to your mate, mate. Good to meet you, Will. Cheers, mate. Right, any other scores in them games? 2 fucking draws.
Yeah, that's still the same. I don't know whether my phone's a bit behind that. It keeps
I don't
not
want to get
updating.
greedy, to be honest. Even though I drop points, don't want to get greedy. But equally, it does matter.
Don't play with the mic in your pocket, Mark. Don't. Oh, God. Well, that's the end of Mark's microphone for the rest of the episode.
But he's saying it's a patched up back three. 16-5-23.
Where's Cameron playing in his book? He's not in there.
4 ain't playing. Cameron. That's what he's saying. There's a few changes. They've got. And they've got 4 on the bench, so they've obviously got a few out, haven't they?
Ask him about playing out wise. Who would you want to have it out of the 3? Ask Ant who you'd want to have it out of the 3.
We are now restricted to only hearing Mark when Dino or Dukes are nearby. Unfortunately, Dino and Dukes have got their own priorities.
Phil, can I have another chewy? You gave me 1, it's not enough. See what Ant's put? Rawlington will be the central player. If you wanted to go wide, centre back, Benjama will be on the right.
The wondrous gods are telling me, we go direct first 10 minutes. Right, okay? He's got too many changes in that team. He's just gone, and I couldn't give a fuck about things, but these do matter when you're in his position. He's just gone fucking 7 points behind his rivals, and he's got 4 on the bench. He's got 4 on the bench, right? And he's got a makeshift back 3. Listen to me, I need you to hear everything I'm saying. I'll tell you why I'm saying this. I think the one thing he would be able to get his team to do is to press high. They're young, they've got good form, they've got good shape. The one thing he could be able to do is press us high. The one thing he ain't be able to do in a million years is defend us. The minute the ball goes dead, so they've got it, you adopt what we spoke about. Let the right side have it, double pivot, yeah? Okay? So off the ball, nothing changes. On the ball, for me, let's see how nervous we can get them first 10, 15, okay? Put the ball on them. Jace and fucking Ox are not losing battles up there. I'm telling you now, in a month for fucking Sundays, okay? All right, I'm saying nothing more. Let's go. Come on. Come on, boy. Come on!
We're all going to have to get used to the fact that we can't hear what Mark is saying to Nick, his opposite number Luke Williams, and of course the 4th official over the course of this game. Even without Mark's calm words on the sidelines, we can figure out what's going on. Dorking are playing a 3-5-2 system, one that's long been successful for them and seen them bop teams off the park. And that happens to be the formation that Notts County are employing. And the thing is, they're really, really good at doing what Dorking have always done to weaker opposition. And on the bright side, coaches Dino, Dukes and Beardy are still on the mic, and we're sure they've probably got plenty to say.
28, 9 up top.
6 in the middle, 2 10s,
8 and 20, yeah.
Well, they're figuring out who's playing where. And while that's going on, County are settling into a pattern that Dorking's bench know oh so well. And so should you, viewers, because we've been doing this a while now, and this is what Dorking used to do in Season 1 and 2, and some of Season 3. Unsurprisingly, County pin Wanderers back, and when Jody Jones squares to Sam Austin, it gives County their first shot on goal. It sounded like Mark shouted "Harry right back" there, but we don't know what he means by that, or if that's even what he said, because it just doesn't make any sense to us. Hopefully we can understand what Beardy's on about.
They keep working the 2v3, and it's going to keep going side to side. Like, just come on in the 9 now, let their centre one have it.
So Beardy's talking about which County player should have the ball. For County have an overload at the back, and that means one player is always going to get the ball and not be marked, so to speak. The overload is working out for County, as evidenced by their frequent trips up the pitch.
Problem is, right, if you don't, we're going to have to kick the ball.
Yeah.
And if not, they're going to keep it. Listen, all the danger's in front of us though.
It's not
obviously we just don't need to have a phase of play.
Mark knows that keeping the ball is key in this formation, so the question is, can they do that better than their opponents? Dorking's defenders are being encouraged to play the ball around the back and use their own overload.
He's not. Go on. Oh, Jason! Well done! Well done!
Isaac Philpott's clip to the front men reaches Jason Pryor, but he only manages to hit the ball straight at goalkeeper Tiernan Brooks.
Brilliant. Here! Go on, Nicky, end product! End product, son! Quality in! Nicky, and again! Help him! Help him! Get across, boys!
The away side are growing in confidence, having created the best two openings of the game. This time Josh Taylor hits the side netting. Maybe if he spent more time practicing his shooting than working on his perfectly maintained beard, he'd have scored.
It's all right, then kick off the pitch.
County aren't looking quite so good coming forwards right now, and Bobby Joe is about to counter them with arguably the best pass of the season.
Go on, you're in. Go on, son. Go on, get up, get up. George, get up.
Against all expectations, Dorking catch Notts County out with a fast diagonal switch from right to left as Bobby Joe finds his namesake Josh Taylor. That scoundrel then slips past Jim O'Brien to cross for Jason Pryor, who uses a skill known only to certain citizens of the Orient and various holy men of the Himalayas as he scores with what's effectively his standing leg that he's kind of jumping with.
Listen to me. Don't ask them to hunt the ball, because they'll just pick you off. What you want to look at is just the shape.
Amid all that excitement, we almost forgot about Kitman Mitch, who performed his trademark celebration of wildly bursting forwards, only to fall over in front of 10,000 people and thousands more on the telly. Apparently BT Sports kept repeating it. At least it provided some consolation to the home fans who noticed. County take charge of the ball. Despite the pressure of knowing each game could effectively end their fight with Wrexham, they're measured and controlled in possession. Mark is next to a microphone here, but he seems to be picking on one of the players, so let's just say he's not impressed with one aspect of the defending. Aaron Nemain beats Nick Wheeler on the county right and crosses into the corridor of uncertainty, where Dan Lincoln palms it away, only to parry the ball off Tony Craig. It then somewhat fortuitously lands at the feet of Macaulay Longstaff, the National League's top scorer, who plops it into the net. Dorking are committed to using their overload, even if that does carry some risk.
That's it, slow it down a bit.
County wants an immediate second and Jody Jones is leading the charge. remainder of the half, County dominate the ball. They create the odd opening and toil away in the Dorking half, but they're unable to create a clear-cut chance, allowing the visitors to go into the half-time break on level terms. The welcome we've received at Notts County has been warm and generous, although the presence of the BT cameras has them concerned at a logjam in the tunnel, so the bunch of amateurs camera has to go the long way round to get to the dressing room. We're on our half-time walk. We'll use the opportunity to say you could be sponsoring Dorking Uncovered next week or the week after or for the rest of the season. Get in touch with us on our socials, and if you fancy seeing your brand on our half-time advertising slots, then give us some money and we'll make it happen.
4-3-3. I want to make sure when we go in there, set their magnets up as they are. We're going to go man-for-man press. Keep it kicking it. Every white man that goes in, we go in with him.
Mark wants to change the system for the second half, but they need to ride the final wave first.
Tony, put it off, someone up. Don't worry about fuck all here. This reminds me of the fucking home game, okay? Listen, we've given them an overload, bad decision. We're going to change that now. Because the problem is we're giving them that one pass, and that one pass is all they need to pop you, okay? We're going to change that. Harry, it's a coin toss. I'm going to take you off, H. It's a coin toss, okay? Jace, you feel fine? It's literally a coin toss for me, okay? Nicky, you're coming off as well. Seb, this is how we're going to play. Whole game changes. You have to get this right. This is not a game. This is not a game you can screen and jog next to people. It's not that game, Bob. Last 10, you've done the right thing. First half, you touch the ball, Bob. Can't screen. This is the game. You've got to be ready to go and win the ball. On the ball, we have to fucking keep it when we can. To be fair, it's been a bit untidy there for us. Do you know what I mean? Right, where's George Frank?
Yeah, I'm here.
You okay, mate?
Yeah.
Not really, huh?
Yeah, I'm here.
Do you feel alright? Yeah? They are no longer going to touch the ball. At our place, second half, when we played them, the possession was 50-50, right? Just because we said, right, so these boys now don't touch it. Bobby? Yeah. Chickson? Jason? Yeah. Centre half? Seb? They do not touch the ball. Listen, we've been a good version of that team for years, so we know what it's like. If you've got the extra pass, you can look like Brazil against anyone. But now they haven't got the extra pass. The only bloke now can kick the ball to goalie, unless you lot do something really fucking wrong. I'd rather be man for man at the back and concede a 1v1 situation, I really would, than let them just go in there, can you hear me? Let them go in there and turn out and pop us. I don't want them popping us anymore. I don't like getting passed around, okay? Make it a man for man battle and get up the fucking field and win your battles. There'll be nothing in this game. There'll be nothing in this game now, as long as you get my instructions right, okay? If the 10's come in so deep to get the ball, fucking go in with them, George. Pass it on and don't let us have the extra pass, okay? Come on.
Mitch has just found out his comedy slip has been repeated several times on BT Sports, while the coaches discuss the issues they're having with the fans behind the dugouts.
What's that? They're showing it again at half time. Someone chucked a tampon at us as well. Is that yours? Yeah. Guess what? Come on, let's go. Let's go. Come on. Have a good one.
Sadly for Mitch, the humiliation is far from over.
Jinxie! What are you doing, you soppy Walking over! Break his ribs in his hand. Mitch, just face planting.
Back on the pitch, Dorking have switched to a 4-3-3 system. That means that they can press whichever county defender is on the ball, forcing the home side to either go long, panic, or play some seriously intricate get-out passes.
Well, we got to make sure we're just doing their third man runs, because that's what they're doing.
Macca there passed him on. He didn't need to do it. Macca has to go with.
Yeah, they've got to go with.
George has to go in there.
Like that. That's what we've got to be careful of, Turks, just their third man runs.
As Jack the cameraman politely put it, that was not a foul, but it showed that the crowd are getting a little tense. With Tony Craig showing exactly how much stopping County means to him, that tension is understandable.
That's our ball. That's our fucking ball.
Steady on, Jack. 7 minutes into the second half, County repelled Dorking's long ball approach.
Close up, start again, start again!
How lucky is that to bounce straight to their bloke? Yeah.
It's a shit ball, isn't it, from Jace?
Jason Pryor lays the ball back to George Frankham, but Frankham's clearance is charged down by Sam Austin. This allows Austin to power down the left-hand side and square for Macaulay Langstaff, and he gets his second of the game to put the home side in front.
It's also fucking lucky though. I know it's a shit ball, but it's fucking lucky, isn't it?
With the wind well and truly taken out of them, Dorking sales drop like Coca-Cola after manufacturing a new flavour of Coke because of Pepsi's successful advertising campaign, which focused on taste test challenges, where customers drank a shot of Coke and a shot of Pepsi, and they preferred the latter because it was sweeter. It turned out that a small amount of sweeter cola was great for taste challenges, but too sickly over a whole can, so Coke's new flavour failed miserably, forcing them to relaunch Classic Coke in the USA, phasing out the new Coke altogether. Don't get me started on the Pepsi Clear versus Tab debacle. In case you missed that, Josh apparently overpressed his man, so to speak.
What did we do?
Some delightful passing nearly leads to a Langstaff hat-trick. County just keep on coming. This time Matt Palmer pulls the strings to put Nemain in.
Isaac, switch on! Isaac, you got to talk there!
Craig reads the game as if it were an inspector calls and he has to get his coursework in by tomorrow. He heads off the line and Dorking survive.
Fourth, watch on the edge of the box here. Central! Oh, never fucking falls to us, does it? Fucking hell, Marker.
Good foul.
Yeah.
McShane's trip was ludicrously cynical, and knowing how much that upset Anthony Frith when I did it in the playground at St Bede's, it's easy to understand why the County fans are irritated, although taking their anger out on Dino and co is a bit much.
I'm so angry. So angry.
We've done it.
I'm so angry, isn't they? Fucking Muppet are calling me.
Twat, I got a call.
What are you laughing at? You're a joke.
Look at them.
Fucking Adams family.
Are you not laughing down, are you?
I hope we score, though.
Yeah.
Be a twat. Fucking twat Muppet. Fucking hell. So angry.
With 5 minutes left, Dorking is still in with a shout of nicking a point, and like the Dorking of old, Notts County only know one way to defend, and that's to attack.
All they want you to do is press the wrong man.
Apparently someone pressed the wrong player, but from a more neutral perspective, one has to admire the fleetness of foot and skillful way in which Ruben Rodriguez unlocks the Dorking defence, thus allowing Matt Palmer to make it 3.
It's like the equivalent of us when we won the Boston by 1,000 points, isn't it?
tempting to follow them up the tunnel this time, but if they don't get promoted, we'd hope to come back next season.
Thanks, mate.
I'll tell you what I say there, boys. I'll tell you now, there's some bad individual performances. George, you've had a bad game today. Bobby, I think you touched the ball 4 times first half, I counted. Not good enough. You have to fucking play to a man to win your fucking battles and to do the right things. We've obviously gifted them a fucking second goal, right? The ball's poor, right? We get a bit unlucky with the fucking ricochet. First goal, Nicky, I know you'll tell me till the cows come home, you want him to not go inside you. He doesn't. If you're looking at the game, right? You're there or you're there, right? You gave him 5 crosses before he scored. Sorry, son, weren't good enough for me. Weren't good enough for me. Simple. Seeker comes on. Yeah, he ain't a fucking winger. He ain't lost a battle. He has got his body in the way. He's fucking taking it. You didn't do that. Did you, fuck? He did. Sometimes you have to win your fucking battle. Sometimes. You've done well, Seb. How many times has he lost his battle? Right? Individually today, there's a few performances for me weren't fucking good enough. That's how I fucking see that today. That's how I fucking see that. Right, that's how I see it. The third goal, we fucking, I know we're having a great spell. And we just don't overpress, don't we? We just went and overpressed the game. And just all they want is you to overpress one. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's it. They look that pretty every week, and they don't win every week. They're a pretty side. They're a pretty fucking side. But you have to be fucking, you have to do your individual stuff. I'm disappointed because I thought individually we were poor. Like, in areas. I don't want to find positives in that. I don't want to find positives in it. Do you know what I'm saying? You know there's strengths, you've got to fucking beat these sides. Right, that's where it is, okay? Right, get the gear in there. I think they've done food here, but I'll tell you where it is.
Food's getting bought in now.
I'm feeling fucked off because we didn't give a good account. And I'm feeling fucked off because I picked the wrong team. No offence to, young Joe Kirk. I thought I should have picked Cal Kennedy. He's played in these stadiums 25 times. His communication would have been better. We needed it. We needed it first half defensively. We needed, was playing. I genuinely think I could pick another 5 teams, 5 different variations of that 11 that would have given a better account.
Well, we get the game plan every week, and I just think individually and collectively as a unit, we didn't really carry the game plan out as we've trained and the management team set us out. I think they weren't much in it second half, but they was comfortable on the ball. But individually and collectively as a unit, we could have been a lot better than we was.
If you're going to compete with the likes of Notts County, you've got to have a fucking good day. But that said, we take the lead. We're 1-1 half time, and only a shit fucking ricochet puts them back in the lead. Our shape second half, I addressed the issue, took away the +1 overload we gave them. All of a sudden they have to go direct. We're winning the first contact, we're starting to win the seconds. We get higher up the field, and we just don't take advantage of the possession. And then they just get that little, what felt like a bit of a sucker third goal. So I'm disappointed, but actually, we was in the game. We was in the game pretty much up until the last 7-8 minutes.
Our squad's full of ex-pros or played levels and played this level, played higher. I wouldn't say overawed, but obviously for the club it's a big occasion to be competing against these clubs. But like I say again, we're here for a reason. So overawed I wouldn't say, but obviously it's a big occasion for players playing at grounds like this, and we want to be competing at this level. So
did you get excited by it all?
It's just another game, Rich, I suppose.
Is it though? Mark always says that to me.
Yeah.
He goes, no, and I'm like, I wake up in the morning thinking I'm going to Notts County today. I'm excited about that.
No, listen, it's brilliant to be competing in arenas like this. You want to be playing here, but I suppose there's a level of excitement. Don't get me wrong, but we're just doing our jobs, aren't we? So yeah, no, it's better playing here than it is some of the grounds I've played at when I first signed for the club. But I suppose there is a level of excitement, but it's just another game, just another league game.
We were playing a 3-5-2, then we went to a 4-3-3. So. Yeah, by going to a 4-3-3, it meant that we could literally full press their back three. Our three high players would full press their back three. First half, we played a 3-5-2, which meant one of those three, one of their back three was spare, and they've got to be the most drilled team you'd ever see at the way they use that spare player at the back. So you've either got to be super good when you get the ball back to mean they don't have the bloody ball. Or you've got to cut out that spare man, and we didn't do either. We didn't sort of like press it brilliantly, and their patterns in that back three, mate, fucking hell. I know football, mate, inside out. Their patterns in that back three, you know, they get a spare player on the ball, they rotate 10s on the ball deep, they get it in great areas, then try to get it to wingers to put balls in the box. Yeah, there really is only one way to play them, and that is literally to full press them, to strangle them.
Funny enough, spoke to the gaffer before, and used to turn up at places with literally a fence around the edge of the pitch, and now you're turning up at grounds like this. It's unbelievable the transition the club's had, really. But it's like I say, it's the league we're in, so we're there for a reason. We're competing in these grounds because we're good enough to be there. So that's the main reason, really.
To be frank, I think Wrexham will win the league because Wrexham are just relentless at throwing the ball forward. You know, whereas Notts County are play teams that, unlike us, will just get behind the ball. And like, you know, you could get a Wrexham and beat them playing in good shape like we do. You know, at Wrexham, I always felt at all times like, yeah, we've got the ball, we could beat them. But if you're going to go somewhere like Notts County and compete, every decision you make has got to be good, because the way they play is fucking meticulous. So every decision you make as a manager has got to be really good.
I've played a lot deeper, but my role today was probably press their deepest midfielder, which predominantly meant I was a little bit higher. But collectively this season I've played a lot deeper than I have done in the previous years.
Does that feel like you've added a string to your bow doing that, or are you just desperate to get forward again?
I'd rather be on the pitch than off the pitch, Rich, that's for sure. So as long as I'm out there, it don't matter if I'm deep or high, but yeah.
What I will be thinking about is there's some automatic shoe-ins to our team, because we have to play trusted people that talk, people that, you know, step up to pressure, not step away. And today I played too many that aren't quite at that level that we need them to be.
I can't end it there with a no scratch.
There are a handful of ways that you can help us grow. The first thing to do is to hit the like button. The second thing to do is to leave a comment, ask us a question, or just say anything, just leave a comment. The next thing you can do is tell your friends. You could join us on Patreon. You can support us financially there, and we'll give you stuff back, like director's commentaries, extended episodes, early episodes, up to a week before. Oh, I've got someone calling me. No, I don't want to take that. This guy's a moron.